Well, once again, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me today. My name is Paul Polan. I'm the product educator here at DMF Lighting. Today, I'm just going to be going over our A series products. So this is a relatively short webinar. The A series is perhaps our most simple product family that we have here at DMF. This is our illuminated address signage product. It's a really great and fantastic little fixture. And actually, a fun fact, the fixture really came about because we had a developer that really used, or have for a long time have been using our S series product, which is, for those that are familiar, our surface mounted downlight. They really wanted to be able to take the S series and do like a screen printing over the front of that fixture, which is a fully backlit frosted panel. They wanted to be able to really use that for illuminated signage, to do any sort of custom things like that. So we started looking into different solutions. Just purely screen printing over this is not a great solution, and also really terrible efficacy because it's such a high wattage fixture. But that's what brought us to developing the A series family as we now know it today. So the A series really is, again, it's a custom illuminated address signage product. So it has three main components. There's a light engine, as well as the driver, and then the actual custom faceplate that you get with the product itself. So really intended to be used for any sort of room identification. So projects like multifamily housing, hospitals, universities, dorm rooms, all those sorts of places where you need a room number, and want to identify those, plus a little bit of additional light within the corridors. This is a great product to do that with. So the product itself comes in a roughly 5 by 8 or so, where you can see 4.7 by 7.3 inch format. So it's this rectangle version. It can be, both the ones you see here are in the portrait orientation, but we can do landscape orientations as well. So there's two different configurations or orientations, allow some different numbering and lettering that we'll go over in the next slides. But the fixture itself is a 3-watt LED panel, so really low wattage. So you're not adding a whole lot of wattage to your overall allowances in your project. We have a 2700 Kelvin or 3000 Kelvin light engine as a part of the two options for the CCTs. A recent update that we've made to the fixture family is this is now a dual voltage driver. So 120 or 277, it's a non-dimming driver because of the type of sort of output, the application that we're in. It's such a low 50 delivered lumens that we don't really need that sort of dimming typically in any sort of these projects. But the really nice part is that this is a fully embedded driver as well. So you're not having to deal with remote driver coordination or putting those into the, somewhere else in the project. I have this mounted to a simple junction box, or actually one of our F4NC housings, which can be used in a horizontal, or sorry, excuse me, a vertical mounting application just like this. So you could have it going between your studs in the wall, and then the driver and everything is here. So you're just running line voltage directly into those junction boxes, and every fixture has that embedded driver built right in. One other nice update that we've made to this fixture more recently is that we've changed the faceplate attachment to use magnets instead of what was actually previously VHB tape. So we had this initial revision. So this VHB tape is really good and really strong at holding it in there, which is great, but not so great for serviceability. So we've instead changed it. All you need really is a simple suction cup, or you could potentially use this like a spudger, but suction cups really work the best. So the plates now have these 2 strips of magnets on the outside that align with this row of magnets on either side of the fixture. So that keeps everything nice and securely in place, and much more serviceable if you ever need to take the fixture apart. The rest of the fixture components are included, or rather here, so I can show you them separately. But we have the driver and mounting plate, which is sort of a combination piece. So the driver in the back here is going to go and have your line voltage coming in, and then it has your mounting holes here in the front. So whether it's your standard 4-inch round or square junction boxes, we have those 2 different mounting holes here and here, depending on where your where your junction box holes are. So those go into that junction box. We have these notches included in the side so you can nicely level it. If you have a laser level going down the hallway to line up all of your fixtures with, you can just nicely align those so you know that's straight and perpendicular. And then the front of this mounting bracket and driver has the low voltage wire coming out of it. So that will go to our light engine. So the light engine has that same low voltage wire coming out of the back side of it. So you simply hook those two up, and then those cables nest nicely into the middle there. We have two hex screws that go into the driver itself through the light engine. So that holds that securely together in one piece. So this is now held onto the wall. And then, of course, you finish it all off with your custom signage portion, the faceplate. I should note that the light engine and driver are going to ship separately. So we obviously can stock those here in Carson. They're not a custom product by any means. So these can get sent out to your job site first, so that obviously the driver and the engines can be installed earlier on in the project during the rough-in. They can get tested, they light up, and then you have a little bit more time, or you can hold those custom signage portions until the very final phases of the project when it's about to open. Helps them stay clean and not have to accumulate dust and scratches and anything that might happen along the way. When it comes to those faceplates, we have these sort of options available at the moment for how you can do your lettering and numbering. So it's alphanumeric characters. You know what I'd say, alphanumeric, so they're listed out here on the screen. So it's the alphabet plus numbers. We don't have any sort of symbols, dashes, any of those sorts of things at the moment. And in the landscape orientation, we can accommodate 8 of those characters. In the portrait orientation, we can do 5 of those characters. So depending on which way you go, you can have a few more letters and numbers. The standard faceplate color is a nice matte black. However, we do have a custom color option available as well, so they can change the color of the acrylic here. And then we do have 2 different fonts to choose from. So between Helvetica and Proxima Nova, you have those 2 different options for how you choose your lettering. When it comes to the ordering process, just want to point this out for you guys all as well. Obviously, the faceplate portion is a custom piece, so that is going to involve a submittal process. On the A series page on our website, the product page itself, in that resources ribbon at the bottom, or sort of as you scroll down, you'll see that ordering template that I've outlined in orange here. So if you click on that A series configurator, that's going to download this spreadsheet for you. There's 2 tabs in that spreadsheet, so just be aware of that. The first one is all of the project information. So it's going to have the project name, the total number of items being ordered. And then there's a little bit of information here that is related to the faceplate. So you have your orientation as well as the lettering location. So I didn't mention yet, but you can put these letters in one of the 4 corners of the piece. So top left, right, or bottom left, right. So you'll have to note that on this spreadsheet. You'll choose your font, your face color, and then any additional notes that you want to add in there. Then the second tab in that spreadsheet is a room list. So you have your faceplates 1 through however many you're doing in the project, and then you want to put in exact text what you want printed on there. Remember, this is going to be case sensitive as well. So we do have, for instance, this faceplate where we have lab with a capital L. So just be aware it's case sensitive, and you want to put in exactly the text that you want in those ordering forms. You'll note that first page in here has specifics for the orientation and the lettering location. So just note that if you have a mix within your project, you have some portrait, some landscape, you'll need to do multiple ordering templates or ordering spreadsheets for those different configurations. So just keep that in mind as well. Additionally, if you have maybe different custom colors, that sort of thing, every unique set of configurations for the faceplates, aside from the room numbers, needs its own ordering template. So you do all that, and then once you have a PO running, you can submit that through Customer Solutions, your account manager. Also, we have an email address set up that you see in the ordering template as well. So that's just aseries@dmflighting.com. That can be sent there as well. That is, I think, really all of the things. I think I had one more thing that I just wanted to show you guys, but it is, I think I've covered everything on the ordering form. But if anybody has sort of any additional questions, please feel free to sort of stick around, drop those in the Q&A. I can try to address those. But like I said, A-Series, really fantastic product for us and quite straightforward. Really nice to get into a lot of those projects that need that custom signage component and give you a really high value for your money with having an illuminated custom really built signage product. So thank you guys again for joining me. Keep a lookout in your inboxes. We'll be sending out our trainings for the month of July. Just note, kind of like we did last summer, July and August, we'll sort of take a slight summer hiatus and do maybe half the number of trainings we typically do. But keep an eye out for those. We'll have some hopefully new topics coming to you in the month of July. So thank you all again, and hope to see you soon.